live shows because that's how we like to do things here at DoubleBookedCo. Of course, we have our new products first. So this is a real short video going over what we have dropping in our Etsy shop tomorrow, which is Wednesday, October 4th. So those are usually all updated by about 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. But you'll see a bunch of that stuff here today. And then you'll be able to jump over to our Etsy shop tomorrow to purchase any of those items. And always remember that the first week of our Etsy drop, all of the new bookmarks that we have for purchase are 20% off. So if you remember that and you get in there in that first week, you'll receive 20% off of those bookmarks. Also, usually sometime in the middle of the night, one of us has a great idea to maybe put some other things on sale. So make sure you jump over to our Etsy shop to check those things out as well. Now, before we jump into our new products, as per usual, we want to make sure that we're updating you on anything book club related in case you are not following along for our reading sprints in our next video. So we have obviously this month's read for October, which can you tell the title and the author for us?
Maybe. I think it's A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandanna.
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
That is exactly correct. And that's our October book. It's very October-y, I guess, getting us ready for Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, that is when our live discussion for the book is. So make sure you tune in for that. But we want to give you some time to vote on our November read, which we're kind of going along the lines of nonfiction November. So we're going to be doing a poll on 3 nonfiction reads, which we will discuss right now. I'm going to turn it over to Laura so I can share my screen and show you what we have in store.
All right, everybody. So like Dani said, it's nonfiction November, and also November is Native American Heritage Month. So one of our choices is a autobiography by a female Native American. I wanted to include that in one of our options too, instead of just having, regular nonfiction. I wanted to make sure one of them was by a woman Native American. So let's start with that one, actually. That is Red Paint, the ancestral autobiography of a Coast Salish punk. This is west coast of the U.S. for everybody. Won a bunch of awards. Sasha has always longed for a home. When she was a child, her family moved around frequently, often staying in barely habitable church attics and trailers, dangerous places for young Sasha. With little more to guide her than a passion for the thriving punk scene of the Pacific Northwest and a desire to live up to the responsibility of being the namesake of her beloved great-grandmother, a linguist who helped preserve her indigenous language of the Lushootseed, Sasha throws herself headlong into the world, determined to build a better future for herself and her people. Set against a backdrop of the breathtaking beauty of Coast Salish ancestral land and imbued with the universal spirit of punk, Red Paint is ultimately a story of the ways we learn to find our true selves while fighting for our right to claim a place of our own. Examining what it means to be vulnerable in love and in art, Sasha offers up an unblinking reckoning with personal traumas amplified by the collective historical traumas of colonialism and genocide that continue to haunt Native peoples. Red Paint is an intersectional autobiography of lineage, resilience, and above all, the ability to heal. This came out at the beginning of this year, so it's a newer book. And it's shorter too. The print version is about 240 pages. I think the audiobook is 4.5 or 5 hours, so that's not too bad. All right, so the next one we have is Sorry I'm Late, I Didn't Want to Come, One Introvert's Year of Saying Yes by Jessica Pan. What would happen if a shy introvert lived like a gregarious extrovert for 1 year? If she knowingly and willingly put herself in perilous social situations that she would normally avoid at all costs? Writer Jessica Pan intends to find out. With the help of various extrovert mentors, Jessica sets up a series of personal challenges: talk to strangers, perform stand-up comedy, host a dinner party, travel alone, make friends on the road, and much, much worse, to explain whether living like an extrovert can teach her lessons that might improve the quality of her life. Chronicling the author's hilarious and painful year of misadventures, this book explores what happens when one introvert fights her natural tendencies, takes the plunge, and tries and sometimes fails to be a little bit braver. And that book is roughly 270 pages. I think that's like a 6-hour audiobook. I don't quite remember, but not terribly long. And then the very last one is The Diary of a Bookseller by Sean Bytel. The bookshop, Wigtown, is Scotland's largest secondhand bookshop. It's a book lover's paradise, a Georgian townhouse full of twisting corridors and roaring fires, set in a beautiful town by the edge of the sea. A rummage on its crooked shelves can produce anything from a 16th century leather-bound Bible to a first edition Agatha Christie. But behind the scenes of this slice of literary heaven, things are very different. Meet Sean Bytel, owner of the bookshop, bibliophile and misanthrope extraordinaire. Seen through his honest and wryly hilarious diaries, we get a very different view of bookselling. One beset with malfunctioning heating, eccentric customers, bad-mannered, bin-foraging employees, and a perennially empty till. As Sean takes us with him on buying trips to old estates and auction houses, recommends books, both lost classics and new discoveries, introduces us to the thrill of the unexpected find, and evokes the charms and horrors of small-town life, we gain an inside look at the trials, tribulations, and joys of life in the book trade. This, I don't know how long the audiobook is, but this is roughly 310 pages. And there's also a second book that he wrote afterwards, Confessions of a Bookseller. So if you want to follow up, if this gets picked, there's this. So 3 very different books, all nonfiction, not too long, intentionally.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but my November is already getting slammed with stuff. So,
I don't do TBRs anymore, and I haven't really done much reading other than book club reading since I had my son. So,
life, my whole like November calendar is filling up like crazy already. I was like, oh no, that's what December is for. Please no.
yeah.
So, try to keep it.
Oh, and I've read the Diary of a Bookseller, and I want to say, and since you have the hard copy, if you want to look, I'm pretty sure at the end of every chapter, like he actually states what's in the till. Like it's like a
every day the diary. So it's every day there's an entry, and it says like the number of online orders, the number of found, and then there's like a blurb about the day, and then it ends with a till total, how many customers.
Yeah. So if I were to recommend a format of reading this book, because I listen to it on audio, all of that is very confusing when you're listening to it on audio, because if you ever zone out for a second, all of a sudden you're like, what is he talking about? Until you're like about halfway through and you're like, oh, Diary of a Bookseller. So this is like, so for me, it would have been better visually to be able to see that. It would have been more impactful, like diary entries. On an audio, it was way hard to like ground myself in that like theme. But I remember I did like it. I just don't really remember much about it. There's a few funny stories that I think I recall, but if that one gets picked, I'll be super excited to listen to it again and see what I can remember, because I can't really recall a lot. But
Nice.
yeah, I'm excited for any of them. I think with them being all kind of different, and especially being nonfiction, I always enjoy when we pick nonfiction because I don't read a lot of nonfiction. I think it'll be a good month. It looks like Andy is here with us. Hello, Andy. Hello. Yes, red paint does sound interesting. I feel like I either saw someone talk about this book or this woman.
That was me.
Was it you? Okay.
Yeah, I checked it out when it first got published, and I was so psyched to read it. I had to return it. I was so mad. I forgot
it. I'm like, I feel like this is so reminiscent. Like I've seen this before. Like that front of the book, like totally. Yeah. But yes, very interesting choices. Absolutely. And if for anyone who's like, why are you looking so weird? So over here is my laptop, because yet again, blessed technology, I have to be on my phone. in order to join y'all tonight. So you may see me look over here, not here, but over here, because I have to work off my computer to share my screen and whatnot. So again, those that poll, I'll be working on that during sprints, so that'll be up sometime this evening, and then we will announce that probably sooner than the live discussion.
Yeah, Voxer, maybe the week before, you think?
Yeah, since it's the 3rd, I would say in like 2 weeks. Let's just say 2 weeks from now, we'll announce it on Instagram and Voxer in the Voxer book club group, and yeah, and probably in the community tab too, because then if you were there this fall, you'll see it again. So we'll get it out to you.
Yep.
But yeah, so seeing as this is for our new products, let's talk about that. Before I get into what our new products are, I did want to quickly mention that we will be releasing or reactivating any of the Christmas products that we have made in the past. So you'll see that the Christmas ornaments will be back online. Our festivity boxes will be back online. We have Christmas or holiday book bags. So if you recall, if you've been with us at all, those are the red bags. So you get a mystery Christmas book, a mystery ornament, and a mystery Christmas bookmark with the red bag with the Christmas design of your choice. So all those that we've had in the past will be dropped for tomorrow as well. So you'll see Christmas items will start popping up. All of our new Christmas items will be in our next drop for November. And then you'll see all that then. So we're hoping, or not hoping, you will see all of our Christmas products, if anything's dropped, will be dropped before Black Friday, which is the day after Thanksgiving. So anything that we have for Christmas items will all be dropped by that Friday, so that you have plenty of time to do your shopping, plenty of time to get your items shipped. I know November is a really popular time to do that Christmas shopping, so the majority of all of our Christmas stuff will be dropped by that first Tuesday in November. But if we have anything lingering, or sometimes I get ideas in my head, I'm like, oh, this would be so great. It'll be before Black Friday. That being said, let's go ahead and show you what we have new for today. And I'm really excited because I've been working on these things for a while and I'm really pumped about them. But first, obviously, we're going to show you our regular bookmarks. So let me go ahead and get this going. And then I will make sure I remember to share my screen here, because that's always a common thing for me, is forgetting to do that. Let's see here. Share screen. And okay. So for October, we have these really pretty bookmarks, and it's kind of like a fall floral / mushroom theme. And then you got a bee in the middle, which is really great because we all love bees. But the real theme of it all is this yellow and red and just really fall, really robust colors, I would say. In person, they're just really nice.
They're very vibrant.
Yeah, very vibrant. And this is the same kind of collection that you may recognize from our fairy collection. So it's like the same artist. And you can just really tell the thought that goes into these designs, because they're just so beautiful. I really love this collection along with our fairy collection, because the designs are just so pretty. But we have in this collection. The first one you see has that sunflower and some bees with some polka dots on there. The backside mimics that polka dot, but with a green backing. Then you have some really awesome mushrooms. And you can see if you look on the green, there are some words there. So you have a little bit of those wording. And then on the backside there, it's repeated, but with red, which is, I think is really cool because sometimes you have bookmarks and the backside is a completely different design than the front side. This one really continues to mimic it. So it's very much, you know, showing that it's part of a collection, which is really nice. And I don't know, these mushrooms just look really awesome. It kind of reminds me, there's a booktuber who one of her book journals, she did mushrooms, and she's such a good artist. I can't remember what her name is now, but I feel like it's something like Badger Reads or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about? She's
Reads.
an artist. Yeah, she did mushrooms once, and it was so cool. Like, she's so artistic. Then, of course, we have those bees on those honeycomb. And on the backside, we have red backing with kind of like a floral design here. And then next to that, we have some yellow flowers, white, blue flowers. And you can see, I don't know if you can see them, but there's like a few butterflies in there with a backing of light green on green polka dots. And then our final, which I think is gorgeous, especially the backside of this like teal backing with some mushrooms and butterflies, some flowers, and then the backside is like a cream on blue or blue on cream design with these butterflies and some more mushrooms. And there are a few little words here and there. This one says little things. I believe another one said like forget-me-nots. There's a few words that you may see. So again, cut lines are always different on these bookmarks. So do keep that in mind. So yeah. Andy said her youngest is a mushroom nut. Well, these are 20% off for the first week, Andy.
I know. I love mushrooms too. They're really wonderful.
Yeah, my stepdaughter really likes mushrooms. It must be like the thing right now with kids. You know how when we were kids, like there was always something that was like the trend. I think mushrooms are on the trend right now. A different kind of mushrooms was on the trend for a while, but we'll just keep that on the down low. Not that I know anything about that, but anywho, okay, coming up are what I was talking about before. I'm really excited about. We have a brand new product, still bookmarks, but completely new to our shop. You may have seen my little sneak peek on Instagram today, but we are doing Color Me bookmarks. So these are bookmarks that are completely available to be colored on. They're on a cardstock paper. Oops. They're on a cardstock paper, and they come with 3 bookmarks and 3 colored pencils. And the colored pencils are sold at random. So you may get the ones that you see in the photo, or you may receive different ones, but it'll always be 3. It'll just be a variant of what we have. So these are all going to be made to order. So you're able to purchase those, and they get made then. They're not just sitting around for you. And, you know, so if you have any ideas of like, maybe you want to put a child's name on it or something like that, just let me know. I can certainly sneak in some personalization in there for you. But I do need to know. So we have our Happy Halloween style here, and you'll see this is how you'll receive it. So it comes in a nice little baggie. So they're great for like little gifts for your kiddos, or maybe some friends of yours. I know come Christmas time, they would be great stocking stuffers. But we have Halloween. We have this dinosaur themed set. So again, You'll have 3 colored pencils and 3 bookmarks. And then your whoever you'd like to gift them to has a little bit of fun to color on those and then use them as a bookmark. Their size is they're about 5.5 to 6 inches long, depending on the cut. And then they're about a little under or 3 inches wide. It just depends on the cut. But we have the dinos, and again, they're packaged in the cellophane, so you can give them as a gift, which is really nice. We also have some unicorns. You know how much everyone loves rainbows and just magic in general. So you have those available. And we also thought of all of our big kids. So we have some beautiful plants. And this one says, between the pages of a good book is a great place to be. So even if you're a little bit of a bigger kid, you have some bookmarks for you too. And we never forget our gnome lovers. These are probably my favorite ones because they're so darn cute. But you can see we have some mushrooms on this one as well. So little gnomes chilling with my gnomies. And then our big gnome over here says, I love books, because who doesn't love books? So these are going to be 3 bookmarks with 3 colored pencils for $5. Really great little gift to be sending off to your loved ones or purchasing for yourself. The back side is just white. There isn't any design on the back side, but let us know if you're thinking you'll need any personalization there, because I can always sneak a kid's name. Or you can maybe, if you'd prefer, you can swap out one of the bookmarks and have like their name bigger. You just have to, send me a message and tell me what you think, and we can always see what we can do as far as doing that for you. We really love keeping you guys happy, so customization is definitely available. Let me get back to home here. There we go. Let's see. Thanks, Debbie.
Well, thanks, Debbie.
Yeah. Very cool. Yes, that is true. Very, very nice for party favors. That's what my husband was saying, because I was showing them to him because I had a little snafu with the printing. So I was like telling him the story, and I was like, well, now I can show you what I meant, because I wasn't really giving him visuals very well. And he's like, oh, those would be great for like kids' parties. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's true. So, yeah, I think they're really cool. And I've been having a lot of fun making those. So you're definitely going to see a lot more as far as different kinds. So if you have any requests or any ideas, definitely send them my way. And we're thinking about possibly having where if you post if you purchase our bookmarks and you color them in and you post those on social media somewhere and tag us, we're thinking about maybe sending you a free one in the mail. So definitely keep that in mind. We always have fun stuff happening. So by following us on Instagram or here on YouTube, you'll find out about all those fun things to do with our shop, because we like to be interactive with you guys and build the community. We love our book club in general. So keep that in mind as we do more things here. So those are all the new products that I have to show. Like I mentioned before, we're going to be dropping all of our previous Christmas items that we deactivate throughout the year. So those will all be available. You'll see all those drop. And then I also have some book bags that will probably clearance, because there are old version, the drawstring, as opposed to this, the tote. So you'll see those will be clearanced out. So yeah, you'll see all those drop by 10 a.m. tomorrow. Anything else from you, Laura, before we kind of pop off of this stream and jump on the next one?
Nope, I got nothing.
Okay, cool. Well, awesome. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us in this live stream. Hope to see you. Remember our bookmarks. So that'll include that fall collection as well as all of our Color Me bookmarks. They will all be 20% off for the first week that they are posted. So make sure if you're interested that you get those right away, and we'll get those out in the mail for you. But otherwise, if you're interested, we are jumping on to our next live stream here in about 3 minutes, and that's for our October reading sprints. So we'll be reading the very something witches. Something, I can't remember what the title is now that I'm sitting here. But we have our October book that will be starting. Let me see. It is coming up on my screen right now. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandanna. So that's what we'll be reading in October. But until then, we'll see you, and you all have a good night.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.